9 audio lecture with Miss Amador. It's not going to be so much as a lecture as it is a reading. We're going to continue the reading of Lost in Yonkers by Neil Simon. So as a recap, in Unit 6, we read pages, well, I spelled pages wrong, but pages 3 through 39. So if you missed this, here are the YouTube links. So it's parts 1 through 4. So a recap from Unit 6, because that reading was a few units ago, it was a couple months ago. The setting took place in an apartment building in Yonkers, New York in 1942. Major characters for that first scene were Jay, Artie, and Uncle Louie. Minor characters, Eddie and Bella. The plot, the problem, Eddie takes his sons to Grandma's in hopes that she will let them live there with her for 10 months while he goes to work to pay off his debts. Outcome, Eddie's sons, Jay and Artie, are going to stay with Grandma and Bella. So even though the conclusion of scene 1, Eddie had said, never mind, forget it, I'm not going to have my boys stay with you. But then Aunt Bella decided that they will stay, because if they don't stay, she's leaving, and then Grandma was going to be left alone, and Grandma doesn't like to be alone. Okay, so for Unit 7, we didn't do this reading when we were completing Unit 7, so we're going to do it now. And it's reading pages 40 to 50, so that's where it starts on Scene 2. So please take out your novel. You can pause to make sure that you have your novel in front of you and you're following along on page 40. So the setting here is, again, the same apartment building in Yonkers, New York, in the same year, 1942. Major characters in this reading are going to be Jay, Artie, Grandma, Eddie, and Bella. Minor characters, Johnny and Uncle Louie. The plot problem here, which you'll see, is Eddie develops a heart murmur on his travels and needs to rest. A couple of suspicious-looking men are looking for Uncle Louie. Aunt Bella spends a lot of her time at the theater and meets a man that she wants to marry and is worried about telling Grandmama. Outcome, the problems aren't solved. They will continue to develop in the next scene. So Event 1, Jay reads a letter from their dad to Artie. So I'm going to go ahead and start reading that now. Please follow along. Over the sound of the train in the black, we hear Eddie's voice. Eddie, dear Jay and Artie, I tried phoning you the other night, but I forgot the phone is in the candy store, and you probably couldn't hear it. Well, I've been through Kentucky, Georgia, Tennessee, and West Virginia. Don't complain about Aunt Bella's cooking to me, because I haven't eaten anything down here that wasn't fried, smoked, hashed, gritted, or pwned, or wasn't caught in a swamp, a tree, or coming out of a hole in the ground. Right now, I'd go into debt again just to eat an onion roll. The lights come up and the letter continues to be read by Jay. They are both in bed, one lamp on. It is late at night. Jay, he reads, although business is good, I've had one minor setback. I've developed what the doctor calls an irregular heartbeat. He says it's not serious, but doesn't think I should be traveling so much. But I can't afford to stop now. He looks at Artie. An irregular heartbeat doesn't sound too good. God, I wish there was some way we could make some money. Not kid money, I mean real money. Artie, what if one night we cut off Grandma's braids and sold it to the army for barbed wire? Jay, I can't believe we're fighting a war to make this a better world for someone like you. The front door opens and Bella comes in, closing the door quietly. She looks at the boys and puts her finger to her lips to be quiet. Bella, is Grandma sleeping? Don't tell me you'll wake her up, Artie. Jay, the most wonderful and exciting thing happened to me tonight, but don't ask me. I can't tell you. You're my good luck charms, both of you. Grandma, appearing suddenly out of her room, to Bella. You think I don't hear you coming up the stairs? You think I don't know it's 11 o'clock? You think I don't know where you've been? Just to the movies, Ma. Movies, movies, movies. You waste your money and your life in the movies, and then you walk home by yourself. Do you know what kinds of men are on the street at 11 o'clock? I didn't see a soul, Ma. Yeah. Look for trouble. You'll find trouble. No one bothers me, Ma. Then you waste money on movie magazines? Fill your head with Hollywood and dreams that don't happen to people like us? Sometimes they do. Never. Holding out her hand. Give it to me. I don't want trash in this house. It's my magazine, Ma. I bought it with my own money. No, my money. I pay for everything here. You don't have anything unless I give you. Give me the magazine. Please don't do this to me in front of the boys, Mama. You bring it home in front of the boys, you'll give me the magazine in front of the boys. Holds her hand out. Give it to me now, Bella. Bella looks at the boys, embarrassed, then gives her the magazine. Grandma looks at the magazine and nods in disgust. When I'm dead, you can buy your own magazine. No, I won't, Mama, because you'll find a way to get them anyway. She rushes into her room. Grandma looks at the boys. You like to pay my electric bill? Jake quickly turns out the light. It is dark, except for the light from Grandma's room. And you try cutting my braids off? You'll get your fingers chopped off. She goes in and slams her door. The lights go to black, and we hear the train again. Scene 3. Okay, so we passed event 2, which is that Bella is excited after coming back from the movies. Event 3, Grandmama enters and takes the movie magazine from Bella. Event 4, Bella is angry and runs into her room. Event 5, so that's probably where we're at now. Scene 3, page 43. In the dark, we hear the voice of Eddie again. Dear boys, this'll just have to be a short one. I'm in Houston, Texas, and I just got plumb tuckered out. That's how they talk down here. I had to take a week off and rest. Nothing to worry about. I'll be on the road again real soon, and I promise I'll make up the time. Love, Pop. The lights come up. It is Sunday afternoon, weeks later. Artie stands on Grandma's chair, his hands upraised, and he is jubilant. So jubilant means very happy. Artie, yelling, alone at last! Grandma's out, Aunt Bella's out, we have the house to ourselves, we're free, yay! Will you shut up? She could walk back in any minute. You know what she'd do if she found you jumping on her chair? With a German accent. Yeah, she would chop off my legs. And Aunt Bella would cook them for dinner. He jumps on the bed, looks out the window. Hey, Artie, there's that car again. What car? The black Studebaker. It's the 2 guys who came looking for Uncle Louie. They look like killers to me. What do you think they want? Artie looks out the window. I don't know. Let's give them Grandma. Yeah. Jay, pulling him away. Get out of there. He peeks again. They just keep circling and circling. Aren't you afraid of guys like that? Artie. No. I lived up here for a month. I can take anything. The front door opens and Bella comes in. Is Mama home? No, she's still at Aunt Gert's. I don't want to cry. Is there anything we can do? You can talk to us, Aunt Bella. Do you think so? Do you think I can trust you? You're still so young. You don't have to be old to be trusting. And you'd never tell Grandma what I tell you? Because if she ever found out, she'd put me in the home. She would, for the rest of my life. Jay, I don't think she would do that. She just says that to scare you sometimes. Bella, no, she would do it. Sometimes she'd take me on the trolley and we'd go by the home and she'd say, that's where you'll live if you're not a good girl. Artie, you said she wouldn't do that because she's afraid to be alone. Bella, but she's not alone anymore. She's got you 2 here. Artie, oh no, if you left, we'd go with you to the home. Jay, Artie, knock it off. If you don't want to tell us, Aunt Bella, you don't have to. We're your friends. No, I have to tell somebody. I wish Eddie was here. Eddie would know what to do. We're Eddie's sons. That's almost the same thing. Yes, that's true. All right, come here. Sit down, both of you. She crosses to the sofa bed and sits. They sit on either side of her. This is our secret now, all right? A sacred secret. Say it, the both of you. Artie and Jay and Bella. This is a sacred secret. All right, then. She smiles. I'm going to get married. I'm going to be a wife, and I'm going to have lots and lots of children and live in a place of my own. Isn't that wonderful news? The boys look at each other. You're the only ones that know this. Jay, Artie, I'm going to get married. They are, of course, dumbstruck. So that means they're utterly shocked. Event 6, Jay and Artie noticed a black car in it, and in it are two men looking for Uncle Louie. Event 6, Jay and Artie convince Bella that she can confide in them. Event 7, Bella reveals that she is going to get married. Event 8, Bella reveals that's where we're at now. Page 46. Gee, that's swell, Aunt Bella. Have you met anybody yet? What do you mean, have I met anyone? Of course I have. I met him 10 days ago at the movies. 10 days ago. I met him 10 days ago at the movies at the Orpheum Theater. I saw him there 4 times this week. Jay, you both went to the same movie 4 times? I didn't mind, and he has too because he works there. He's an usher, and he looks so wonderful in his uniform. Artie, he's an usher? And his name's Johnny. I always thought I would marry someone named Johnny. What a great guess. Anyway, we went out later for some coffee, and we went for walks in the park and down near the river, and then today, just like in the movies, at exactly 2 o'clock or 2:15 or 2:30, he asked me to marry him, and I said I would have to think it over, but the answer was yes. That was pretty quick thinking it over. I know. I didn't want him to change his mind. Are you as happy about this as I am? Oh, sure. How old is he? He's 30. Maybe not. Maybe about 40. But he's so handsome and so polite and quiet. I had to do all of the talking. All he said was, would you marry me? Was he ever married before? Oh, no. I would never marry someone who was married before. I want it to be the first time for both of us. If he has no children, how come he's not in the army? Oh, he wanted to go, but they wouldn't take him because of his handicap. What handicap? Oh, he has a reading handicap. You mean he has bad eyes? No, he just has trouble learning things the way I did. He went to a special school when he was a boy, the one near the home. He was there once in the home for about 6 months, and he said it was terrible, so his parents took him out. And now he's much happier. Oh, I get it. Do you get it, Jay? I can tell why you're not anxious to tell Grandma. I mean, because it's so sudden, like. And he doesn't want to be an usher forever. He wants to open up a restaurant because he said the one thing people always have to do is eat. Don't you agree? Artie and Jay nod together. I would be the cook, and he would be the manager. I would love that more than anything in the whole world. Could he do that? Manage a restaurant if he couldn't read the menus? Well, I would do all that. I would help him. The only thing is his parents are poor and he doesn't make much money, and we'd need about $5,000 to open a restaurant. And I don't know if Mama would give it to me. Your mother has $5,000? Oh, more, 10 or 15,000. I'm not supposed to tell anyone. Where does she keep it? In the bank? No, it's here in the house somewhere. She changes the hiding place every year. No one knows she has it. Not Eddie or Gert or Louie, no one. So my problem is I have to get her to say yes to marrying Johnny and yes to opening the restaurant and moving away and yes to giving me the $5,000. But I don't think she's going to say yes. Do you? I don't think she's going to let you go to the movies much anymore. She wouldn't know if you don't tell her. You wouldn't tell her, will you, Jay? I swear. Artie? She and I have very short conversations. I have to go inside now and think this out. Okay, we're going to have to continue this reading on the next recording. We're almost to the end.